G'day guys, welcome to another build video. Here we got a 1950s Dodge Power Wagon, another cool little off-roader, or rock crawler. The suspension seems to work quite alright, even though now with the new updates get a lot more sparks and things going on with, I don't know, they've got some new hitboxes or changed some of the collisions for some of the blocks, but other than that, looks pretty good. It works pretty nice. And anyway, we'll get into the build. Alright, we'll start off with a motor. Have your mirror mode on. Underneath the motor we'll put a 2x2 wedge, and we'll get some hinges. Face these up and down, and we'll configure these to strength 0, and we'll get some tubes, 2 of those. We'll get a 30 kilo weight. Oh, wrong area. Like so. And we'll get a rotating servo so that we don't have too much body roll. We'll set this to about 25 strength, and hold position. Alright, and now get some flat connectors, some 1x3s, some 2x2s. We'll connect these with a tube double T. Alright, and at the end of that we'll get some fresh steering connectors. There we go. Now we'll get some more zeroed out hinges. We'll set these ones side to side, these ones forwards and back. Alright, now we'll get some. So we'll just get another flat connector, place in there, and we'll get some straight suspension. Make sure the tab's facing up, connecting the flat connector. Configure these, dampening all the way up, stiffness 0.7, and we'll copy another one across. We'll have this one facing side on. I'm going to tube elbow on here. Here we go. And another zeroed out hinge. And this one just face up and down. And I'll get a piston. Place him just like so, and get an L bracket to connect that. There we go, and we'll set these to 0.8 start position. And now I'll just a 2x6 block, place it on the back here, get another 1x2 block, place that there, and we'll just take the mirror mode off, and we'll copy this to the back. There we go, and we can turn mirror mode back on, and we'll get copy another single tube, place that on the back. Alright, and now where shall we continue from? Get some is it 1x3s? Make sure that these don't connect right up, otherwise that'll connect to your suspension and they'll stop your suspension from working properly. There we go. I think we'll continue with the fenders. Might have to move some of these around as we get the build going. I'll just some wedges. Do we get 1x3? Yeah, 1x3 should do. And then we'll get a 2x4. There we go. So that connects the front suspension up there. Now we'll probably do the same with the rear. Just copy those. So now the suspension's all sort of connected there. Get a here we go. Is that too far forward? Try it there for now. Yeah, alright. We'll get some wheels. So we can try it out. Just quickly colour up the wheels. White, chrome, decal. Black. Down there. Yep. Alright. Okay. So for some reason the controls keep getting added to the rotating servos. Make sure they're turned off. There we go. And there is the chassis part of that done. Alright, just trying to work out the best way to continue with the body. Might go with the fenders, so we'll get some rounds. Get a round wedge. About here, and we'll make these all black. And set them like so. Some individual rounds. two, yep, two. And now we'll get some rounded ones. There we go. And some corner ones, so this will be the front of the bonnet. There we go. So just that. Maybe just place a 2x2 in here. Like that. And these are all going to be orange or whatever colour you'd like to have for the truck. What's it done here? What colour is that? Pink. Alright. There we go. And on the front of that we'll have the grille. So that's just a flat grille. Two of those. I'll just do a bit more on the fender. Two of those. Copy another rounded corner. And then place it in there. And we'll get another rounded invert. And place that in there like so. Alright. Now we'll just get some more 2x4 wedges. So this will be like the running board on the side. Place that about here. There we go. Need one extra to match up the rear. Where are we? 2x2. There. Might be better to have this one here. And then we can sort of join all these up with a little wedge. This one there. So that connects all that up. Copy some of these to the back. There we go. Copy all of those. Now select these three at the end. Copy them over. So that'll be our rear fenders. We'll connect those up with just a little 1x2. There we go. Alright. Now, continue with the front of the car. What do we put here? So, let's start with some wedges. 1x4 wedge. Place it just there. Okay, colour picker. Orange. There we go. Something like that. Alright. What can we do here? I'll just put a little 1x2 probably get another slope in there, or rounded. Yeah, like that. Maybe even one in the just there. Doesn't affect anything too much. That should be right. Okay. Might get another slope in here. Just a 1x4 to close off. We can't. Okay, maybe a 1x3. There we go. Oh, that's not going to connect, is it? Oh, yeah, that should work. Yep. Close off that little area. Just make it black. There we go. And we'll fill in the front here. 2x2. We'll make these black. There we go. Now we'll get some lights. Get the large lights. No, what's this? Large headlamp. Yeah. Around there. Headlights. Alright, we'll continue with the bonnet. Get some more rounded. So there. So we'll need to use a piston glitch for the ones in the middle here. Place another one there. I'll get a little 1x2 and place him in here. So that'll connect all that. 2x4. Okay, so we do have to move these back by one. Just connect them up with a lock here. Okay, here we go. We'll need one in there to connect the pistons. One there to connect the bonnet. I'll get a little 1x2 in there. Get some pistons. Where are we? There we go. We'll set these to 0.2. Take away controls. And we'll get some a little L bracket here. Place him there. Oh, wrong one. Get a flat panel. Place one there. Get a 2x2. Actually, get a 2x4. Place one here. Copy that. Turn it around and place that one in the middle. There we go. Cool, cool. Alright. with the rest of the body. Might be able to get a... Yep. One of those there. Might even be able to remove these. Place that down, save yourself some. Okay. So we'll replace this with a 1x4 wedge. There, that'll connect all that. I'll pick a black. Alright. And now to work out what I did at the back here. That fit here. Yep. And okay. Alright, so might grab another rounded slope. Place that in there, and might have to move the seats back one more. And I'm gonna some 1x3 blocks in here. There we go. And for the windscreens, use some wedges, some 1x3 wedges. And we'll just select a colour, dark grey and glass, and copy 4 of those. So because we copy 4, just so that we can get like a nice line down the middle, and on the bottom of these and on the top of these, for might even be able to, yeah, just the way that you've got to put the decals on. We need so many blocks. But I'll grab another one of these, flip it upside down, so this will end up holding the roof. We'll need some more 1x3s. Yeah. So we can probably go 1x4. One there. And now a 1x3. Do the B pillar. There we go. And on... no, we can't do that. Here. We'll delete those. Copy these. So this will be the back of the cab. Yeah, we fit these. We put some rounded just to show off the back part of the cab. How can we do this? Probably. Might have to move these around. There we go. Move these forward. Actually, get a little 1x4 in there instead. Alright. It's probably not the best. I'll continue with the roof first. Work out what we have to do at the back there in a bit. Alright, some rounded corners. Like so. There we go. Fill that in with another 2x4. That's the cab done. Just quickly put a mirror on. We'll get a little 1x2 wedge. How far should the mirror be? Maybe put a mirror here. Take a little L bracket and put a mirror on. Colour picker, dark grey, go glass. Now I'll get a flat connector and go down to your mirrors. Mirror. There we go. Make these either chrome or black, or whatever colour you like, dark grey. Okay. Where are we at? Probably fill in the back end here. I think with these. That one up there. Try and use some slopes in here for the tray. We got some 1x3s. What can we do here? I'll get a 1x3 in between here. There we go. Another 1x3 at the back. Maybe put one there. Okay. Yeah, we're filling in the back. Might fill in the back of the cab first. Some 1x3s. Two of those. Now we can start filling in the back a bit. Try and use some wedges where we can. Just to keep the weight down a little bit. Give us some 1x2s. be able to use as many wedges as we think. So 1x4s. No, 1x3s. And then we can use 1x4s at the back. Some more 1x3s just to fill in the sides here. And then we can have some wedges to go in here. They're not going to connect to anything, are they? There we go, side to side. Alright, now I'll select all these. These can be the wood colour. There we go. Something like so. And we can fill in the back here. Could even use some wedges for the back. Some 1x3 wedges. This one here. And there. Sides. There we go. Actually, I'll get rid of that one. Copy that pitch there. There we go. And copy a wheel over. Oh. There are your spare wheels. Select your motors. Configure. Take the controls off them. There we go. That's a basic part of the Power Wagon done. Alright, we'll give it some the bull bar. Where did that go? There we go. Where did we put this? Face one in, yeah, something like that. I'll pick a grey. Alright, now we'll have a 2x2 panel. It's there. Throw in a winch. That just behind. There we go. Now we'll connect that up with some tubes. Get some tube T's. Face these up. Where's it connected? Connected there. There we go. How are we connecting this? Put this one back. There. And we're gonna tube double T. So, oops, tube T to connect the front plate. And some spotlights. Throw them on. Get a bit of bash plate under here. some more pipes, get the one slopes like so. Some more T-pieces. Get the 2x1 slopes. So, some elbows. Connect them up. There we go. There's our bull bar bash plate sort of thing in the back here. What have we got here? Put across there. T-piece. Oops. Elbow facing back. 1x4 tube. Oops, I'm gonna revert. Oh gosh, what's going on? Reverse light. So configure off by default. Toggle off. Reverse button. Brake lights. Tail lights. There we go. Just some extra detail on the sides. Have some tie down points. Something like that. I'll probably just put a... There we go. So tie down points. I'll get some exhausts. We'll hook them straight up to the back of the piston there. There we go. And find some exhausts. Yeah, buggy exhaust. There we go. Alright. Car's coming along. Just for some little details, we'll put in some air vents in here. Okay. Great. I think get rid of the top ones. Reduce the sides down a bit. Okay. Maybe don't go right to the end, have a little bit of a space. Something like so. I'll just copy these across. Yep. There we go. Now here, I'll get some decals, go over to the square shape. Go black for the outside, clear the center. Get a bit of a rotation to match what we want to do. We want to try and wrap it around. Where's the corner? Just there. So we're trying to wrap it around the corner of the slope there. Increase the size. Might be a bit much. Increase the angle. Try and find where a happy medium is, where you can still get it around that corner. Maybe glass there, so oh, it's like completely covered that corner. Okay. Position. So I'll have to. Yeah, that's a bit better. Alright, might be able to use these for the middle. Oops. And with these ones, I'll go over to the stripes and I'll use the outside edges, clear the middle, and increase the size here. It's too much. It's about there. And at the top here, just to fill in that little corner there, grab a square. Black. Just fill in that top corner there. You can also give the roof a bit of a definition. And the dash lines. Reduce the size. Bit of a roof trim. And decals, position. Oh. Just copy that across. These decals. Oh, what's going on here? Alright. Want some door handles. Some flat connectors. There we go. Alright, that's the build complete. If you find that it doesn't have quite enough flex, you can always go back and readjust these to have less strength, and you can have more flex with your and just put it up so that it makes it a little bit easier for the for turning and stuff like that. But yeah, if you want more for rock crawling, turn them down. You might have to increase the suspension a little bit. Might be a little bit soft. Let that catch on there. But yeah. Alrighty. I hope you guys enjoyed the build, and I'll catch you in the next one.